Hey everyone, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Today is Shadow Work Sunday, and as I mentioned, it's something I'll be doing every Sunday using whatever it is that I'm moving through as a guide for all of us. And of course, it's timeless, so it finds you when it's meant to. And before I begin, remember, take what resonates, leave the rest, and always use your own discernment. You know your body, your life, your truth, okay? So, as you know, last week, Shadow Work Sunday, I talked about waking up in pain, right? And learning to listen to what our body is telling us, right? Instead of overriding it. Well, this week feels different. This week is more about uncertainty, okay? So I'm dealing with some health things and awaiting on results and answers, okay? So it's brought up concern, not just about my body, of course, but about family and finances and responsibilities. You know, all the things that start to pile on when you don't have clarity yet, right? And so that's the shadow that I want to talk about today, because uncertainty has a way of activating everything at once, right? When we don't have answers, our brain starts, our mind starts racing. We want to plan, fix, prepare, control, and we try to think our way back into safety, right? But what I'm noticing, and maybe you are too, is that uncertainty doesn't mean something is wrong, right? It means we're in a space where trust is being tested. So last week, my body asked me to listen, and this week, life is asking me to wait. And sometimes that's harder than the pain, right? Because the pain is tangible, the waiting is open-ended, and so is, the unknown, the uncertainty, right? And the shadow here is the belief that we can't be okay until we know. And I've lived long enough now and repeated enough patterns to see this clearly. I don't actually need to suffer or spiral to learn the lesson anymore. It doesn't take pain for me to learn the lesson. So it doesn't mean that the concern isn't real. It doesn't mean stress doesn't show up, and it's not to dismiss anyone else's pain or fear ever. It means I'm learning to respond differently while I wait. So for a long time, my system believed that uncertainty was dangerous. That if I didn't brace myself, prepare for the worst, push for answers, something bad would happen, right? But what I'm learning now is that presence can hold even when answers can't. And when I acknowledge what's here, the concern, the stress, the not knowing, without trying to just override it, then something shifts, right? Not magically, not perfectly, but enough to breathe, enough to stay grounded, enough to not abandon myself in the waiting, right? So if this is where you are right now, then here are a few gentle things that, might help you, that helped me, not as rules, but invitations. So first, notice what uncertainty triggers in you, because this could be different for everyone, right? Is it fear? Is it control? Is it catastrophizing? Just name it without judging it, okay? Just name it. And then second, come back to what is certain. Okay, your breath, your ability to pause, the fact that you're here right now, okay? And third, respond with care instead of urgency, okay? So that might mean it's time for you to rest more. And sometimes that's hard to do, right? Because your brain is coming up with all the things that you need to do to prepare for whatever scenario it's coming up with, right? And so this might mean simplifying. It might mean asking for support, asking for help, or just choosing not to spiral into every possible outcome, as difficult as that can be, right? And lastly, thank your nervous system for trying to protect you, because that's what it's doing. Even when it's loud, especially when it's loud, gratitude tells the body it doesn't have to stay on high alert all the time, okay? And an affirmation for you, one that you can use, I can hold myself with compassion while I wait. I don't need all the answers to stay present. I am allowed to move through uncertainty gently. And the message here from Spirit for you in closing, you are not being punished by the pause. You're being taught how to trust yourself inside it. Thank you, Spirit. So if this helped you, I'm so glad to know that, and that you guys are here. If it didn't, please trust that what's meant for you will find you. And we will be here Sunday sharing whatever it is I'm learning as I go, not because I have it all figured out, but because we're allowed to walk through hard seasons without losing ourselves in them. Sending you light, love, and healing, and I hope this helped.